Hello, everybody, and welcome to Uproot Reddit. Every one of us is going through some form of hardship, so the least we can do for each other is say a kind word, show some love, do a random act of kindness towards those who are hurting, because you never know what someone else is going through. Be it receiving kindness from family members, friends, or friends of the family, we all need someone there that we can go to for emotional support. And sometimes that person we go to may not even be remotely related to us in any way. Family friends are the best by far. Can we all agree? They are there for us even if we are not related by blood. But sometimes those kinds of bonds are the hardest to sever. They provide the support we need, especially during rough times, because we have that one family member that gives us the roughest time of our lives on a consistent basis. And those rough times only get worse during family gatherings, am I right? Like what happened to Reddit user Lady Delirium. They were going through a very rough time in their lives, and, well, you think they get some emotional support from their loved ones, but apparently that one person in their family has to make the situation much worse than it should be. In today's post, organizing a funeral on my own because my mother wants an apology. I don't think during a funeral is the time nor the place to be starting a petty selfish drama. Unfortunately, this mom is just one of those people who could care less what the event was. Here's what happened. Quote, "Thank you everyone for the awards and supportive comments. The comments have kept me sane. I've posted an update here if you're interested. I'm having a rough week. Every time I think I'm on top of things, I have to do something that stinks even more. A bit of history, as this is not a normal situation. My son's father and I were never in a relationship. It was a one-night stand that changed my life forever. He was an obnoxious piece of crud and we fought all the time. His mother, C, was amazing though, and over the years I have built a relationship with her. When my son was 9, his dad died, pretty much the way he lived, drunk on a motorbike. This was 8 years ago. I made a huge effort to make sure that C stayed in our lives. She grew up in a children's home, and my son and I are basically her only living relatives. She was very sick with lung disease, and last year I decided she was going to move in with us so we could look after her. After much debating, she was fiercely independent. She decided to move in this year. Eventually, during an easing of lockdown restrictions, C moved in with us in May. It wasn't easy, but it sure was fun. She was so funny, great sense of humor, set in her ways, but open to everything. And that's the great thing about grandmas. I really, really loved her. My son took her shopping once a week, and we were getting into a great routine. I was finally able to spoil her after years of her fending for herself. She was rushed to the hospital on the 8th of August with stomach cramps. They then had to move her to ICU as she had a lung infection. On the 13th, the hospital told me that I should come and see her. This was not a good sign, as there are strictly no visitors allowed in hospitals at the moment. I honestly thought she would pull through. They've told her so many times that this is the end, and she always pulls through. Well, anyway, she passed last week, Monday, the 17th. My son and I have both been wrecks. He was so close to her, and so was I. As I am her only living relative, sort of, I've had to sign the death certificate, organize the cremation, arrange the wake, do all her paperwork, do her asset list. It has been emotionally draining, and I am really just very, very sad. I had hoped to have more time with her. While I'm doing all this on my own, because my sister lives 6 hours away and has a newborn and a toddler, my mother has not called or messaged. She hasn't called or messaged me or my son. Nothing. She's told all her friends and any mutual friends that she is done with me and she will never speak to me again unless I apologize to her. Honestly, why would a mother not want to be there for their daughter who is trying to do this on her own? We had a fight the weekend that C went into the hospital. We had gone to visit my sister and help her with the baby. She's battling as her husband is an essential worker and she's pretty much home alone. With an amazing father-in-law, but he is also pretty old. The whole weekend, my mother made it about her. She fought with everyone. She whined, she complained, she bossed my sister around to make her coffee. Like, what in the world? We are here to make my sister's life easier, not harder. She wanted to drag me to the mall for throw pillow shopping, which is insane. I had a COVID test so I could play with the babies. No way am I risking my sister and the babies because of throw pillows. She shoved Trump down our throats. Spoiler, we don't even live in the USA. She's insisting on reading all the negative news. And on the last day, she was having a go at my poor, exhausted sister, and I just lost it. I told her that she has ruined the weekend for everyone and we were supposed to be here for sister, but she has made everything about her. She told me to screw off. I told her to screw off as well. She told me I am the biggest disappointment in her life and if she never sees me again, she is happy with that. I said, that suits me too. She said that she is sorry she is not perfect like me. I said that I'm not perfect, far from perfect. In fact, I'm a mess up because of her. She told me to screw off. I said, it is my pleasure. We have not spoken one single word since then. She did send my sister a message on the family group saying that I'm a terrible person on the day that C died. Oh, and the kicker. The hospital called her first to say that C had died. She told them that it is none of her business and they must call me. They called me at 4 a.m. in the morning to tell me. She is now telling everyone that I refuse to allow her to go to the funeral. Like, what in the world? No one is invited to a funeral. You are given the day and time and you show up if you want. I honestly do not want her to be there because she will behave so badly, making it all about her. Making out that she is so flippin' perfect to everyone there. I hate it. C wants her ashes put with her son at his gravestone. His grave is about 4 to 5 hours from here where we live. We're gonna make a weekend of it. My dad said my mom will want to come. Neither my son nor I want her there. She hasn't even contacted him to say sorry he has lost his granny. She's accused me of turning him against her, but I brought him up to stand up to bullies. She is by far the worst bully. She's called him fat and stupid his whole life. He decided at 10 years old he was done with her. All the bribery in the world would not make him go to her house. She just wants a free holiday and an excuse to be the center of attention. Not sure if anyone will read this, but I must say, I feel a bit better putting these words down. And here are some edits from Lady Delirium. Quote, "Holy crow, I have been on the phone to my sister for the last hour and this post has blown up. Thank you all so much for all the awards and comments. I'm still going through them. I've never had such a response to a post. My very smart but exhausted sister made a valid and wise comment to me on the phone now by focusing on my mom's absence. Everything is still about her." Like, what in the world? I'm so busy worrying about this crazy cow not being here for us that I am not focusing 100% on C and my son. C deserves to have an amazing farewell and my son needs me to be here for him. Thank you again, everyone. Putting this all down on paper, quote unquote, has been very therapeutic and all these supportive comments have made me feel a bit stronger. Also, with regard to the funeral, one of her friends called me and asked if she could help me out with the funeral. I said, yes, please. She offered to send out the funeral notices if I sent her the list of C's friends. She has about 15 friends. I sent her the list but excluded my mom's details. She won't get a personal notification, but she will know about it. My dad and C were very close. Everyone loves my dad. He is the kindest, most gentle human, even if he does stick his head in the sand at any sign of confrontation. Poor man has a crazy wife and 3 daughters, and he has to be there. She adored him and he was super kind to her. My sister doesn't think she will attend. I think she will so that everyone can give her sympathy. It will be a mistake if she does go. The same friend that phoned today to help with the funeral told me that C didn't like the way my mom treated her. C was very vocal to her friends about how arrogant and condescending my mother is. I am really blown away. I woke up this morning to 99 messages and so many awards. I'm just so overwhelmed. I promise I will read every single comment. Work is crazy today, so I will do it tonight. They have not only made me feel normal, but also given me strength. Thank you. For those of you who are interested, my lovely sister wrote this post about something our mother did to her as a child. Warning, it is super sad. Again, thank you all, Reddit family. And to Lady Delaria, my condolences to you on your loss. It's bad enough that you lost someone who was more of a mother than your own mother. And it's even worse when your own mother just downplays your existence. I hope you continue to find good support from others, because a narcissistic mother who just continues to ramble about herself is much more annoying to deal with than a fly buzzing around your ear. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. We'll be back for more narcissistic moms posts right here on Uproot Reddit. And we'll see you all next time.